Good morning and welcome to WPI for the final day of the 2022 15 to 18 age group championships. Alongside Elisa Pelchat this morning, I am Jeremy Abreu, bringing you all of the action on our third and final prelim of these spectacular age group championships. We appreciate you all taking the time to join us. We hope you've enjoyed coverage so far this weekend. For those of you who have foregone sitting in the hot stands and instead have chosen to watch this from the comforts of your home or hotel lobby or wherever you are watching it. We'll start off today with the 200-yard backstroke, move into the 100 freestyle, move into the 100 breast, 2 butterfly, and we're going to end this morning with the 1650, the good old mile. So that should be fun. A lot of good conversation. I'm going to enlist and need the help of all of you on the stream and in the live chat to keep that part of the program engaging for us. So we'll try and have some fun with that here on our last day at WPI. Had some really good swims yesterday. It's been a night of talking to a lot of parents so far this weekend, and it's been really great to hear of all the cut times that have been made by kids this weekend. When you talk about futures cuts or sectionals cuts or NCSA cuts, there's so many of them. It has really been spectacular to hear about and to see really the joy. I remember one particular interaction with Lauren Jolly from Gators. She made a 100 fly NCSA cut on Friday night, and I just happened to run into her mother and her that night getting a bite to eat after. And just, when you see the joy in the swimmer's face with all the hard work that they put in when they get one of those elusive cut times, it's really good to see. So congratulations to all of the swimmers out there who have made cut times. And you know what? For those of you who haven't, keep fighting, right? There's always another day. There's always another meet. Don't let it get you down for sure. Our lane assignments are already on the screen for us here for the 15 to 18 200-yard backstroke. There will be 8 heats this morning. Just doing a quick sound and video check. If you're out there on the live stream, if you could please, somebody could jump into the live chat and let me know that you can see the pool good, you can hear me okay. There's no glitching today, so
good morning.
We'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Mark Wild.
We have a action-packed last preliminary session. We'll start with the 200-yard backstroke, the 100 freestyle, the 100 breaststroke, the 200 butterfly, and we'll have the first heat of the mile. This evening we'll also have sessions of the mixed 200-yard medley relay, and at the conclusion, the 400 freestyle relay. Throughout the course of this morning, I'll be announcing A3 Performance hot heats. A3 Performance, a unparalleled swim apparel company located out of the United States. They have a booth set up to my left where if a swimmer wins said heat, they can select any piece of equipment that they have on offer, thanks complimentary to A3. To the person in the stands that was looking for a wallet, I have not found it. I apologize. I have not found the wallet.
Before we get going, this meet is brought to you in part by A3 Performance. Check them out at a3performance.com. We had the pleasure of having Dan Meinholz and his daughter Anna both join us Friday night and Saturday morning. It was very interesting to learn a lot about the different technologies and that go into creating the tech suits. And from Anna, it was really great to hear about the college recruiting process and everything that goes along with that. So if you did miss that, go back into the WPI Athletics YouTube page. It was the Saturday prelims session, so it was yesterday morning, and it was toward the end of the session during the 500s. So that was definitely good for parents to hear. It was good for swimmers to hear. Anna was a swimmer at the University of Wisconsin at the Division I level, swam at Olympic trials. So definitely hearing from a professional, not a hack like me. And we'll move on to our first heat here in lane 2. We have Kathinka Hartvet in lane 3, Karis Mann in lane 4, Abriana Kronstrom in lane 5, Maria DiPietro in lane 6, Caroline Terrell in lane 7, Isabel McGovern, and in lane 8 from Crimson, Nora Herbstuber. Herbstuber out to the early lead, 30.86. Top time coming in belongs to DiPietro, 2:16.96. She's from PVAA in lane number 5. Right now it's Kronstrom making that jump. Third place at the 50. First place at the halfway mark. She's out in a 104.4. It's amazing. We always talk about the backstrokers, especially the 200, where it looks like there's barely any effort being made in the pool. Some of these swimmers just make it look so easy in the water. You're seeing that now, when in actuality they are trucking it. So Kathinka Hartvet has now moved into first place, followed by Herbstuber and Kronstrom. So our top 4 swimmers 9/10 of a second apart. So still very, very close. Thank you, Rusty Keith. Thank you, Madeline Hallows, checking in. Good to hear that everything is operating correctly. Looks like it's going to be DiPietro who touches first, and she does, 2:13.67. Terrell takes second. Next. Lane 6 will be open here. There are your lane assignments. Nine. 6. So lane 6 and lane 9 are open.
Swimming in lane 1 from Charles River Aquatics,
Bonnie Zhao in lane 1, Peyton Knightley in lane 2, Olivia Webb in lane 3, Lily Yu in lane 4, Camille Real in lane 5, nope, nobody in lane 6. Lane 6 is open. Ashwina Bangari in 7, Arden Trudeau in 8, and Caitlin Bohannon in lane 10.
Lane 8 from North Shore, Arden Trudeau. And in lane 10 from Cape Cod, Caitlin Bohannon. This is our first A3 performance hockey. The winner of this heat will be eligible to select a piece of
Yu leading the way. That's Lily Yu from Charles River Aquatics, followed by Olivia Webb and Peyton Knightley. Lanes 2, 3, and 4. Currently where your leaders reside. Keep an eye on lane 8 as well. That's Arden Trudeau from North Shore. The halfway mark, it's Lily Yu holding on to her lead, followed by Knightley and Webb. Appears that Knightley may have been moved into first now in lane 2 from Crimson, Peyton Knightley. She's battling with Lily Yu. It is Knightley by a 1/10 of a second. Webb a little over a second behind. Trudeau occupying fourth, a second and a half behind. So still pretty tightly bunched at the top, but it looks like the big race is between Knightley and Yu, lanes 2 and 4. Peyton Knightley starting to pull away ever so slightly. We'll keep an eye on this one at the flags and into the wall, and it is Knightley who takes it 2:12.90.
Congratulations, Peyton. You are the A3 Performance Hot Heat winner. Heat 3.
There are your lane assignments for Heat 3.
Swimming lane 1 from Cape Cod Firefish, Nina Mako. Lane 2 from Bluefish, Addison McDonald. Lane 3 from Phoenix, Meredith Leza. Lane 4 from Cape Cod, Paige Rigus. Lane 5 from Crimson, Ula Holler.
So we're off and running on heat number 3. Nina Mako in lane 1, Addison McDonald in lane 2, Meredith Uhas in lane 3, Paige Wielgus in 4, Ula Haller in lane 5, Ella Derby in 6, Sophia Wiener in lane 7, Corinne Cartwright in lane 8, Jennifer McGrail in 9, and it's Chelsea Friedland in lane number 10. It's Paige Wielgus leading the way, although the whole field is only separated by 2 seconds right now. Wielgus is from Cape Cod in lane 4. Ella Derby now moving into first at the halfway mark, followed by Haller and Wielgus. So Haller moves up a spot from third to second. Wielgus drops down to third. Derby stretching that lead in lane 6. She came in with a 2:13.09.
Friends, family, fans, spectators, if you were unable to get a heat sheet because we sold out, they will be at the admissions table. If you're looking to still purchase the heat sheets, some are going to the admissions table as we speak. You can make your way down to purchase one if you so desire.
Ella Derby will take your third heat of the women's 15 to 18 200 back this morning. Derby will go at 2:07.70. So that's a 6-second time drop. Wielgus second, Friedland third.
Our top time so far with 5 heats remaining.
There are your final results for Heat 3 as we move into Heat 4. Top time coming in belongs to Reagan Bowman from the Weymouth Waves, 2:11.89. You'll find Bowman in lane 5. Lane 2 is open, so no Meredith Teague.
Swimming lane 1 from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, Claire Carroll. Swimming lane 3 from
Lane 10 is also open as well, so 2 and 10 open. Claire Carroll from Ryak in lane 1. El Mashad from North Shore in lane 3. Noah Chambers from the Tritons in lane 4. The aforementioned Bowman in lane 5. Paige Panagos from Solo in lane 6. Shauna Harney from the Waves also in lane 7. Catherine Dunbar from Crimson in 8. And in lane 9, it's Ava Young from Solo Aquatics. It is Noah Chambers out to the early lead and big early lead in lane 4. So Noah Chambers from the Tritons, she came in with a 2:12.08. Sandra Smith checking in as well. Sandra, I did see Jeff here this morning. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but glad you're watching from the comforts of home. Noah Chambers building that lead now to 3 seconds over Panagos and Harney. Noah Chambers looking exceptionally strong here in Heat 4, swimming out of lane number 4. She's out in a 1:00.61. 134.48 at the 150-yard mark. Went out in a 28.51. Came back 32.10, 33.8 her last 50 split. Panagos has made up a little bit of ground in lane 6, but not enough pool left to catch Chambers. Chambers should have a pretty significant time drop here. And she does. 2:08.50 for Chambers. She came in with a 2:12.08. Panagos second, Harney third. There are your final results for Heat 4. There are your lane assignments for Heat 5. Lane 2 is open. Avery Lord in lane 1. Jalen Howarth in lane 2. Hope Zayafith in lane. Howarth is in 3. Zayafith in 4. Irene Yang in 5. Bogosian in lane 6. Sarah Peterson in lane 7, Morgan Moniz in lane 8, Emily Richardson in lane 9, and Paige Meller in lane number 10. Lord, Zayafith, and Bogosian, 1, 2, and 3 right now. It's Avery Lord at the bottom of your pool. Lord comes in with a 2:11.10, the 16-year-old from Solo Aquatics. She's not literally at the bottom of your pool, because that would be bad. But for your viewing position, she's at the bottom of your screen. I guess I should have said that a little better. It's nice to have critical partners working with you. Avery Lord is positioned at the bottom of your screen in lane number 1. Having a heck of a race here. Only swimmer to be a sub 1 minute at the 100-yard mark, 59.57. Really running away with it. And again, another swimmer who makes it look so effortless and easy. It looks like she is barely exerting any effort. Obviously, that couldn't be any further from the truth than it is. But such a smooth backstroke. One thing to keep an eye on in these 200s is as the race goes on, fatigue sets in, the hips start to drop a little further in the water. Not happening that much with Lord, keeping those hips up. So Avery Lord will be your Heat 5 winner. 2:05.84 for Lord. 6-second time drop for Avery Lord. So some pretty big time drops this morning. Yang takes second, Howarth third. We'll move on to heat number 6. Lane 8 will be open. Good start all the way around. Addison Abreu in lane 1. Claire Neely in lane 2. Tegan Jeffers in lane 3. Rebecca Siegel in lane 4. Jenna Charlotte in lane 5, Hannah Wazorek in lane 6, Ava Wong in 7. Lane 8 is open. It's Sophia Dimitrik in lane 9 and Annalise Moylan in lane 10. Top time coming in belongs to Jenna Charlotte. She's swimming unattached, 2:01.25 for Charlotte.
Lane 9 from Solo, Sophia Dimitra. And in lane 10 from Edge, Annalise Moylan.
Wazorek continues to lead the way from Crimson, 59.49. So she's the only swimmer out under a minute.
To the close of the time trials. Again, 90 minutes to close of time trials.
Wazorek came in with a 2:02.99. Wazorek, Charlotte, Wong.
.203.56 there for Wizarek, taking over the top time so far this morning. Second, Charlotte, 205.37. Heat 7.
Wazorek takes first, Charlotte second. We'll move into heat number 7. Caitlin Pat in lane 1, Lena Matera in lane 2, Isabel Pantoni in 3, Braylon Wilson in lane 4, Cambria Jewett in 5, Ainsley Nalen in lane 6, Naomi Bogholm in 7, Charlotte Hoover in 8, Allison Brown in 9, and Chloe Wukic in lane number 10.
In lane 1 from Bluefins, Caitlin Pat. Lane 2 from With the Waves, Lena Matera. Lane 3 from Solo, Isabel Pantoni. Lane 4 from Glory International Storm, Braylon Wilson. Lane 5, her teammate, Cambria Jewett. Lane 6 from Gator, Ainsley Nalen. Lane 7
Cambria Jewett leading the way, followed by Nalen and Pentony.
Charlotte Hoover. Lane 9 from Kingfish, Allison Brown. And lane 10 from Charles River, Chloe Wuchik.
Jewett from the Storm comes in with a time of 2:00.82. Has built a pretty good lead for herself right now over Ainsley Nalen from Gators, almost a second and a half. Pentony running third right now, 2 seconds behind. Jewett and Nalen still 1 and 2. Chloe Wukic has moved up into third place. Pentony drops down to fourth. Jewett with a nice swim this morning. She'll be your Heat 7 winner. .203.34 for Jewett.
3:34 there from Jewett. Top time so far this morning with 1 heat remaining.
There are your final results. Jewett, Nalen, Wukic, your top 3. We'll move on to our final heat on the girls' side. It's heat number 8. Lane 4 will be open. Katie Chiapetta in lane 1, Kyla Kelly in 2, Jessie McNeil is in lane number 3. Lane 4 is open. That's Natalie Mannion in lane 5, Alden White in 6, Amalia Guerra in lane 7, Elena Dudkina in lane 8, Kathleen Edison in 9, and Isabella Lombard in lane number 10. To no one's surprise, that's Natalie Mannion out in the lead. She came in with a 1:55.07. So not only the only swimmer to come in sub 2 minutes, sub 1:56, flirting with 1:54. So Natalie Mannion from Commonwealth, we've seen her have a spectacular weekend thus far, finding herself on the podium, typically in the top position in every event that she swims. She's out in a 57.92. That's our fastest 100 split time of any of the swimmers so far this morning. And again, she's so powerful, she makes it look effortless. If I didn't know any better, I would watch her swim and say, oh, I can get in the pool and beat her. But fortunately, I know better, and I couldn't, not even for 5 yards or for any amount of distance. I think if I raced a 200 back against Natalie, you could honestly give me 100 head start and I wouldn't beat her. 100. Think about that. I think I need a 150 or 175 yard head start to beat Mannion. 157.67, 203.83 for White. McNeil goes 204.86. There are your final results. Well, the two back isn't over. There are your lane assignments for event 30, heat number 1. This is the men's 15 to 18. 200 back. Swimmers in lanes 4, 5, and 6. It's Flynn McDonald in lane 4. Max Billsbury in 5. Ben Shayer in lane 6. Flynn McDonald from North Shore came in with a 2:14.67. It is Billsbury, though, from Executive with the top time coming in, 2:09.90. McDonald leading the way, followed by Billsbury and Shayer. McDonald already building that lead over 2.25 seconds. We are already up around 165 people, so appreciate everybody taking the time to join us here on day 3 of the 2022 New England Swimming 15 to 18 Age Group Championships, brought to you in part by A3 Performance. Check them out at a3performance.com and use discount code FAST10, that's F-A-S-T 10, for a 10% discount. Good through this weekend, and I believe through this upcoming week. So we had Dan Meinholz on. Friday, we had his daughter Anna on Saturday. One of the biggest competitive advantages to A3 Performance, besides the technology in their suits, is their price point. Their top-of-the-line suit running $399 on the girls' side. Typically, with the other manufacturers. Top of the line suits, $600-700 MSRP. So if there was ever an opportunity to try them out, try it now. Get 10% off. Again, that's a3performance.com. Pillsbury closed the gap a bit, but it will be McDonald, your opening heat winner, 205.47. Pillsbury goes to 206.89. Share a 210.92. There are your final results. As we move into heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Nobody in lane 10. Patrick O'Connor comes into this heat with the top time. The 18-year-old from Crimson has a 2:04.44. Great start there by Jack French in lane 4. Good reaction time, but look at the underwater by O'Connor. He's put him near the top at the 25-yard mark. Max Wood in 1, Alex Zhu in 2, Dawson Rice in 3, Jack French in 4, Patrick O'Connor in 5. It's Nick Andrews leading the way at the 50-yard mark in 6, Liam Jordan in 7, Nick Kavik in lane 8, and Benjamin Siebold in lane 9. Once again, lane 10 is open. Nick Andrews leading the way. He came in with a time of 2:04.50, the 16-year-old for Rhode Island Aquatic Club. I see his mom, Gwen, in attendance today. Hopefully Grandma Gail is out there watching as well. Good morning to you if you are. Andrews remains the leader at the 100-yard mark, the only sub 58, along with French. Andrews 57.21, French 57.65. It's Patrick O'Connor running in 3rd right now. Andrews coming off the state championships yesterday, where his Bishop Hendricken High School was upset by Barrington High School for the championship. Andrews goes a 157.29. So that's a 7-second time drop for him. French takes 2nd. Kavik takes 3rd. There are your final standings. Top time coming in belongs to Alexander Meek from the edge. 2:02.89. I have to give a shout out to the edge. Hand delivering a fantastic shirt to me yesterday. I'm going to wear that thing with pride. The best logo around. Nice, soft t-shirt. I mean, this thing meets all the criteria. So pretty excited about that. Thankful to Carrie Beckloff, Alice McEnany. So appreciate that. Ladies, anyone who helped make that possible from the edge. Jaden Bunt leading the way, followed by Andrew Liu and Thomas Denton. Had a nice chat with Thomas's dad this morning. Jaden Bunt, still your leader by a 1.25 seconds over Liu. Denton running third right now.
Lane 4 from South Shore, Nicholas Austin. Lane 5 from Edge, Alexander Meek. Lane 6 from United, Andrew Liu. Lane 7 from Gator, Jaden Bunt. Lane 8 from Green Mountain, Luke Gagnon. Lane 9 from Hot Block, Bennett Francosi. And lane 10 from Solo, Colin Panagos.
Bunt takes it 156.90. Denton moves up into second, so good final 50 for Denton. Andrew Liu takes third, 2:00.05. So Jaden Bunt, your Heat 3 winner.
Heat 4.
Along with the spectators in the stands today comes a dramatic rise in the heat. It was very hot up here yesterday, the first day of spectators back in WPI. They are back today. It is standing room only in here. Very packed and very hot. As we await the start of Heat 4, Casey La Liberty from Kingfish has your top time coming in, 2:00.97. Diane Kavik checking in. Morning to the whole Kavik clan out there, all over the place, in Massachusetts and Florida.
Lane 1 for Pioneer Valley, Jaden Knoll. And lane 2 from Crimson, Andrew Kelly. Lane 3 from Phoenix, Matthew Tormichael. Lane 4 from Phoenix.
I have a birthday to remember for a swimmer later, and I'm going to mark it down so I don't forget. I had 2 of her teammates come up to me this morning.
Lane 8 from Bluefish, Evan Lyons. Lane 9 from Gator, Ryan Connors. And rounding out our field in lane 10 from Crimson, Jack Ventraw.
Well, I can't seem to find her, but I know the name. I know when I see her on my screen, it'll trigger that reminder. La Liberty leading the way. Tight field. Top 4 swimmers separated by 0.8 seconds. Coming in for the 150. It's La Liberty, Dementiev, and Ventry, all separated by a little over a second. Picard in the mix as well as Campbell. Our top 5 separated by less than a 1.5 seconds. Looks as though it will be Dementiev in lane 6. And it is 158.08. So good final 50 split for him. He was the fastest in the field. Dementiev, La Liberty, and Campbell, they're your top 3. Ventry came in 4th.
Heat 5.
This will be Heat 5. There are your lane assignments. The top time coming in belongs to Gabe Lee from Gators, 150.34. So 150.34 for Lee. Sandra, it sounds like the parents at the courtyard had a great time on Friday. Little happy hour, some beverages. You can still have beverages this morning, mimosas. You might be a little tired for those finals tonight, but, you know, you can take a little nap this afternoon.
Lane 2 from Gator, Pablo Denga. Lane
Matt V. Malinowski leading the way, followed by McLaughlin and Denega. McLaughlin a 1/10 of a second off. Denega 8/10, as is Marin and Lee. Delisle 9/10. So top 6 or 7 swimmers separated by the slimmest of margins here in heat number 5. Malinowski makes the turn first in a 54.31. McLaughlin still running in second, 7/10 behind. Marin in third, so Marin moves up from 4th to 3rd. Matt V. Malinowski came in with a 155.56. He's maintaining that 7/10 lead over McLaughlin, 8/10 over Marin, excuse me. And here we go, folks. Final 10 yards or so. McLaughlin making a run at Malinowski. Who's going to touch first? And it is Malinowski out-touching Marin by 3/10. McLaughlin takes third. Our top 3 swimmers, all three 153s, separated by less than a half a second as we move into heat number 6. Top time belongs to William Fuchs in lane 5. 18-year-old from Commonwealth comes in with a 150.27. Lane 5 is open, so it's not William Fuchs. So he does not have the top time coming in anymore because he's not here. So the next best time coming in belongs to Nicola Hench, the 18-year-old from Crimson in lane 6, 153.64. Hench is in lane 6. Dylan Jewett out to the early lead. We saw his sister Cambria win her heat in the 2-back earlier. Mulgrew in second, Hench in third. Dylan trying to replicate his sister's performance. Had a nice conversation with Dylan and Cambria's mom this morning. First time seeing her since this past summer, really. Age group championships for long course up in New Hampshire. Jewett continuing to hold on to the lead by a half a second over Hench, 7/10 over Mulgrew. Lanes 7, 6, and 4, respectively. Dylan Jewett in lane 7. Jewett, Hench, and Mulgrew remain your top 3. Jewett putting a little more space between himself and Hench going into the final 25 here, almost a body length. Dylan Jewett will be your Heat 6 winner, 153.54. Mulgrew takes second. Hench takes third, so a little flip-flop of second and third there at the end. For the Crimson teammates, your final results for Heat 6 as we move into our final heat in the men's back. This is heat number 7. Keep an eye on Thomas Hagar in lane 5. Not only does he come in with the top time of 146.02, which is 5 seconds faster than the next closest swimmer. Amazing underwaters by Hagar. Jordan Moad in lane 4. Zapata, that's Brian Zapata, in lane 6. He had a great showing yesterday at the Rhode Island State Championship, swimming for Blackstone Valley Prep. Hagar, Johnson, Moad separated by 1 second, but you see it's Hagar with the body length lead right off the bat.
Lane 8 from Bluefish, Matt Walton. Lane 9 from Rhode Island.
Very strong underwaters from Hagar.
Lane 10 from Seacoast, Bradley Watson.
We've seen how devastating those underwaters can be to the competition when you're able to execute them right. Hagar, not Lehim. Lehim is not doing any underwaters, but Landon him is definitely doing some fantastic underwaters. Yeah, two of the best. Lehim might be underwater, but he's not doing great underwaters. Lee, I love you, buddy. Shout out to Jess and Sadie as well. It's Sunday. It's the last day here. Hagar with that 3-second lead on Moad. So Moad has moved into second ahead of Zapata. Moad also had a great day yesterday at the Rhode Island State Championships. I believe he was first in the 500 free, second in the 2IM. So state champion for Rhode Island in the 500 free. Hagar finishes up in a 148.29. Moad takes second, 152.67. Zapata takes third, and now we'll move into, I believe, 1,000. One heat of the 1,000. Let's get some information from our public address announcer, Mark Wild.
Our next event is event 31, women's 15 to 1800 yard freestyle.
Okay, it's not.
There will be 14 heats.
Okay, so I got some bad information from someone, but we're not doing the 1,000 right now. I did hear something about there will be one heat of the 1,000. I don't know when he said it was going to be swam. It's not in my program. So we'll fly by the seat of our pants, folks. This is event 31, heat 1, the women's 15 to 18 100 free. There will be 14 heats. William Hoover telling me that Thomas Hagar has committed to the University of Alabama, so congratulations to Hagar. He'll be a strong addition to the Crimson Tide swim team. Got to watch them a little bit a few weeks ago in conference championships with the SEC. He's a very impressive swimmer. I'm sure he'll have a ton of success at the University of Alabama. I think a Hart vet is in lane 4, Megan Lathrop in 5, Gabriella Kim in lane 6. Hartvet takes it, 57.02. Lathrop second, Kim third as we move into heat 2. These are going to move pretty quick, about a minute each. Top time coming in belongs to lane 5, Artina Zhang. 57.53 for Zhang. She's in lane 5 from Crimson.
Second alternate, Isaac N. First alternate, Jack Ventra. Swimming in your C final tonight, Jake Thomas, Henry Campbell, Casey LaLiberette, Casey Connors, Bradley Waters, Dylan Bradshaw-Barra, Andrew Dementiev, Nathan Delisle, Thomas Denston, Nicholas Andrews. Swimming in your B final, Campbell Hall, Jaden Bunt, Luke Geiger, Pablo Denga, Zach Sosbo, Noam Reinhorn, Ritterwoot Che, Quinn Schwab, Nikola Hench, and Thu Tazlikov. Swimming in your A final tonight, Timothy Johnson, Gabriel Lee, William Mulgrew, Brian Zapata, Daniel McLaughlin, Dylan Jewett, Jack Marin, Matt Malinowski, Jordan Moad, and your top seed with a time of 148.29, Thomas Hagar.
Isabella Zeppa takes this one, followed by Lubelchek. McAllister comes in third. That was the finals you just heard for the two back on the men's side. So if you missed any of that from Mark Wild, you can check it out on Meet Mobile, or I'm sure your children are well aware that they're swimming in finals tonight. If they made it, lane 8 will be open here in heat number 3. Allison Brenner in lane 1, Margaret Addie Berglund in 2, Mary Powers in 3, McKenna Uat in 4, Therese Sanzone in lane 5, Shauna Harney in 6, Bryden Olafson in 7. Lane 8 is open. Ella Koopa is in lane 9, and Anna Hennigan is in lane 10. It's Brenner at the turn, followed by Cooper and Olafson. 7 of our 9 swimmers separated by 9/10 of a second, but it is Allison Brenner in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen leading the way. Brenner came in with a 57.23. Looks like she'll drop some pretty good time off that, and she does, 55.29. Harney second, Hennigan third. As you see your final results for Heat 3. Catherine Henry comes into Heat 4 with the top time from Charles River Aquatics, 56.15. Ward, Holland, and Webb. Holland 2/100ths of a second off of Ward. So Ward in 4, Holland in 3. There's where the battle is for the leader, and it looks like Holland now has overtaken Webb, and it will be Maggie Holland in lane 3 taking it, 55.22. Ward takes second, Takata takes third. Road Dudevois in lane 1, Sally Ray in 2, Madeline Hallows in 3, Anna McGrew in 4, Caroline McKay, who has the top time coming in, is in lane 5. Ashwina Bengari in lane 6, Apriana Cronstrom in lane 7, Claire Carroll in 8, Natalie Malone in 9, Samantha Stevenson in lane 10. Stevenson leading the way, followed by McKay and Ray, both a half a second apart. Samantha Stevenson in lane 10 from Purple Valley Aquatics. Trying to hold on to be your Heat 5 winner. Sally Ray making a late push toward the wall, but it will be Stevenson. 54.86. Ray second, Carroll third. Heat 6 in the water. Hannah Martin has the top time coming in from Greenwood, 55.10. She's in lane 5. Della Coletta, Kelly, and Howarth, 0.8 of a second apart, 9, 6, and 3, respectively. Sophia Della Coletta, another swimmer who's had a great weekend, extending that lead by a body length, and she will take heat number 6, 52.71 for Della Coletta. Came in with a 58.20. Big time drop for Della Coletta. We'll move into heat number 7.
Heat 7.
Paige Meller in lane 1, Isabella Lombard in 2, Lorelei Folger in 3, Kara Thompson in 4, Riley Nussbaum in 5. Your top time coming into this heat, Claire. Nope, lane 6 is open, so no Claire Cooper. Allison Farrell in 7, Sadie Brown in lane 8, Caitlin Archambault in lane 9, Elena Dudkina in 10. Sadie Brown had a fantastic day at the Rhode Island Interscholastic League State Championships yesterday. She won the 200 IM and the 100 breast. So she is the Rhode Island 100 breast, 200 IM state champion. She's in lane 8, currently a half a second behind Thompson from Charles River. Kara Thompson in lane 4. Late surge by Meller. She won't catch her, though. It's Allison Farrell who takes it, 55.01. Meller takes second, Thompson third.
Heat 8. In Heat 7, Allison Farrell matched her seed time.
Allison Roach in lane 1, Charlotte Molson in 2, Alexandra Sadek in lane 3, Amalia Guerra in 4, Sophie Zenkin in 5, Paige Wielgus in 6, Paige Panagos in lane 7, Chelsea Friedland in 8, Morgan Fredette in 9, and Savina Villani in lane number 10. Top time coming in belongs to Sophie Zenkin, 54.63, but it's Morgan Fredette at the halfway mark, out in a 25.27. Leading the way, followed by Zenkin and Roach. And it looks like it's Allison Roach in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen. She will be your Heat 8 winner, 54.27. Villani takes second, Molson third, so your top 2 coming from lanes 1 and lane 10. So we move into heat number 9.
Heat 9. Swimming lane 1, Audie Lynn. Lane 2, Kenzie Driscoll.
Anya Rao comes into heat 9 with the top time, 54.27.
Anya Rao. Lane 6, Gabby Harding. Lane 7, Courtney Bogosian. Lane 8, Maya Flatley. And in lane 10, Sophia Kozow.
Lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7, as well as 10, all bunched up. Keep an eye on Bogosian there in lane 7, starting to surge ahead, as is Alexa Lindell in 4, and it will be Bogosian, 54.43. We'll move into heat number 10. Bogosian, Lundell, Rayo were your top 3 in heat 9. We'll move into heat number 10. Kaylee Stockwell in 1, Isabel McGovern in 2, Carly Quinlan in 3, Allison Brown in 4, Noah Chambers in lane 5, Charlotte Hoover in 6, Meredith Uhas in 7, Megan Nelson in 8, Caitlin Lacey in 9, and in lane 10 it's Addison Abreu.
Prize in lane 1, Katie Stockwell. Lane 2, Isabel McGovern. Lane 3, Carly Quinlan. Lane 4, Allison Brown. Lane 5, Noah Chambers. Lane 6, Charlotte Hoover. Lane 7,
It's Caitlin Lacey in the lead, 25.78. All of our swimmers here, 0.8 of a second apart, so no real separation. This is a very competitive heat. Everyone came in separated by 0.2 of a second. 54 zeros to 54 twos.
And it's Caitlin Lacey in lane 9, 53.35, our A3 performance heat winner.
Lacey takes first, Brown second, McGovern third. We'll move into heat number 11. Anna Coleman from Phoenix has your top time, 53.67. Daya Ackerman Valala in lane 1, Natalie Keith in 2, Charlotte Katusin in 3, Caitlin Horsch in 4, Anna Coleman in 5, Tegan Jefferson 6, Julia Pelchat in lane 8, Clara Bodner in 9, and Clara Renner in lane 10. It was Pelchat to the wall first, 25.83, and a tie with Clara Bodner, 25.83 for Pelchat and Bodner. Coleman running third right now. Pelchat battling along with Bodner. Who's going to touch first? And it was Bodner. Coleman takes second. Pelchat takes third. Moving along to heat number 12. Katie Tesson in 1, Irene Yang in 2, Caroline Cavalier in 3, Naomi Bogolm in 4, Emily Kang in 5, Chloe Song in 6, Peyton Knightley in 7, Morgan Moniz in 8, and Meredith Teague in lane 9. Lane 10 is open. Nobody swimming up against the bulkhead in lane heat 12 here. Chloe Song out in a 25.16, followed by Kang and Cavalier. Bogolm and Cavalier actually tied, 25.53 at the wall. That's, I believe, the same time as Pelchat and Bodner had at the wall in our last heat. But it looks like it's Chloe Song who will take heat 12, 52.45. Song, Kang, and Bogolm, your top 3. Lots of open lanes here. Eliza Brown not in lane 1. Our first swimmer is in lane 3. Kathleen Edison, Avery Yablonsky in 4. Anna Bamer in 5. Lane 6 is open. Ainsley Nalen in 7. Anna Zanolo in lane 8. Megan Huntley in lane 9. And Alexandra Akhmeva in lane 10. Yablonsky leading the way, followed by Bema and Akhmeva. It will be Avery Yablonsky, it appears, and it will be. Anna Bamer takes second, Ainsley Nalen third. And we'll move into our final heat, number 14. You'll find Natalie Mannion in lane 5, the only swimmer to come in with a sub-50 time, 49.32. So you won't find Natalie Mannion because lane 5 is open and Mannion has scratched. So the next fastest time is Dana Lee, her Commonwealth teammate, 51.45. She's in lane 6. It's Elle Anthony leading the way. followed by Sonia Mlakar and Dana Lee. Mlakar having a good showing yesterday as well in the Rhode Island State Championships, your 100 fly state champion. I believe she was the 100 back state champion as well, but I'd have to check that. Anthony, Lee, and Mlakar, your top three as we move into event 32. It's the men's 15 to 18 100 free.
Heat 1.
12 heats of the men. Once again, lane 5 will be open. Top time coming in belongs to Andrew Dementiev in lane 6. Lane 1 is open. Lane 5 is open. Lane 10 is open. So the Sunday scratches have arrived. Sure, there'll be more scratches for finals tonight, as there typically is on a Sunday night. Dementiev, Broush, McDonald, your top three. Ryan Kornacki running fourth right now, 0.8 of a second behind in lane 9. So Dementiev will take it. 51.48, Broush second, McDonald third. Moving right along into heat number 2. We have just about 200 viewers on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to join us this morning. We know you have many choices. One of those choices is to come into the packed WPI pool and sweat and be hot. The other option is to watch it from wherever you are, nice and relaxed. Get some great commentary. It's like a fireside chat with friends. Appreciate you all taking the time to join us here. Come back for finals tonight, 4:45. Collins leads the way at the halfway mark, followed by Charles Reamer and Curtis Johnson. Brendan Collins from Crimson was out in a 24.5. Collins takes first, Epic second. Third place goes to Curtis Johnson. As we move into heat number 3. Harry Feng from Gators has the top time coming in, 51.38 in lane 5. Leandro Balin in lane 1, Addie Cole in 2, Zach Prue in 3, Matthias Levi in 4, Harry Feng in 5, Luka Marinkovic in 6, Vance Petrossi in 7, Luke Page in 8, Mateo Smith in lane 9, William Molson in lane 10. It is Mateo Smith leading the way at the turn, 23.08, followed by Marinkovic and Molson. Mateo Smith, talented junior at Wheeler High School in Rhode Island, had a solid showing yesterday at the Rhode Island State Championships as well. Marinkovic takes first, Smith second, Molson third. Sub 50 for Luka Marinkovic, 49.97, good for your Heat 3 victory. I'm working on, sorry folks, I'm getting emails from WPI Network. Ostapenko takes first, Da Silva Grandin takes second, Duty takes third. So we move into heat number 5. Matthew Church comes in with the top time, 50:39 in lane 5.
Second alternate Courtney Bogosian, first alternate Charlotte Huber. Swimming your C final, Meredith Teague, Allison Roche, Isabel McGovern,
Hannah Wieserek, Peyton Knightley, Clara Renner, Allison Brown, Julia Pelchat, Anna Zelino, and Morgan Moynes. Swimming in your B final, Anna Coleman, Clara Bodnar, Caroline Cavalier, Naomi Bolcombe, Haley Pinola, Jayla Pina, Megan Huntley, Caitlin Lacey, Abigail Topfer, and Alexandra Akimov. Swimming in your A final, Samantha McClintock, Emily Kang, Ainsley Nayland, Sophia Della Coletta, Chloe Song, Anna Bomer, Sonia Mlekar, Dana Lee, Elle Anthony, and Avia Blonsky. The time is 9:51.
Waters takes first, Rantala second, Baum third. What you just heard was the finalist for the women's 100 free. Hopefully you were able to catch all of that. You sort of caught all of it. I think you might have missed one or two names. I got to get quicker with my trigger finger. All right, so we do have some open lanes here. We have swimmers in lanes 3 through 9. In lane 3 from Crimson, Jirat Sangthong. In lane 4, Dawson Milligan. In lane 5, Aiden Curtin. In lane 6, Jonathan Bird. In lane 7, Dan Brudney. In lane 8, Nathan Moinkins. And in lane 9, it's Kevin Jiang. Bird out in a 23.58, Milligan 23.68, Curtin 11/100ths behind. Milligan takes it 48.96. Bird second, Jiang third. Milligan came in with a 51.8, goes out in a 48.96. So a little over a second time drop for Dawson as we move into heat number 7. Henry Bryan in lane 1, Daniel Chan in 2, Dylan Jewett in 3, Sam D in lane 4, Jonathan Dupchak in lane 5, Jack Marin in 6, Daniel Vonner in 7, Finley McKenzie in 8, Quinn Borchers in 9, and Joseph Kerouac in lane 10.
Lane 8, Finley McKenzie. Lane 9, Quinn Borchers. And lane 10, Joseph Kerouac. As a reminder, if you did not pick up your medals on the first or
It's
second,
Marin at the halfway mark, followed by Voner and Borchers.
select your medals if you have not yet done so.
Marin at the halfway mark, Marin at the end, 48.03 for Marin. Voner goes 49.08. Sam D goes 49.13. Marin, Voner, D, your top 3 in heat number 7 as we move right along to heat 8. Brian Hall has your Heat 8, Brandon Liu in lane 1, John Fernandez in 2, Nicola Hench in lane 3, Christopher Smith in 4, Brian Hall in 5, Ben Scher in lane 6, Jameson McInerney in lane 7, Henry Bacone Shore in 8, William Burke in 9, and it's Jack Meekins in 10, Christopher Smith leading the way, followed by McInerney. and Burke.
Lane 7, Jameson McEnany. Lane 8, Henry Bocconi Schur. Lane 9, William Burke. Lane 10, Jack Meekins.
Christopher Smith continues his strong swimming at the flags and the wall. He will be your Heat 8 winner. 48-15. McEnany takes second. Burke takes third. Just had a parent ask me when the swim-off was. I don't remember hearing when the swim-off was. I know there was a tie for 30th between Courtney Bogosian and another swimmer in the 100 free. Lanes 3 and 5 open. Timothy Johnson in lane 1. Theodore Morris in 2, Paul Denega in 4, Brian Zapata in 6, David Topi in 7, Samuel Kraft in 8, Zach Zabo in 9, and Alex Lopes in lane 10.
Lane 7, David Topi. Lane 8, Samuel Kraft. Lane 9, Zachary Sarswell. And lane 10, Alexander Lopes.
Looks like it's Samuel Kraft from Kingfish. Will he out-touch Morris? And he does. Kraft, Morris, and Johnson, 1, 2, and 3. So in the 200 back, there was a tie for 30th between Naomi Bogholm and Courtney Bogosian, both at 2:10.29. So there will need to be a swim-off for that final spot in the consolation final, as Heat 10 is in the water. Patrick Smith in 1, Timothy Andrews in 2, Nathan Delisle in 3, Preston Amos in lane 4, William McClellan in lane 5, James Misto in 6, Jason Chiapinelli in 7, Ben Lee in 8, Thomas Denton in line, Matvey Malinowski in lane 10. And it's William McClellan, part of that Barrington High School Eagle team that beat Bishop Hendricken yesterday in the state championships down at the Rhode Island Interscholastic League state finals. McClellan, Denton, Misto were your top 3, and McClellan with an outstanding performance here in the 100, 46-44. Denton takes second, Malinowski third. Luke Jagier in lane 1, Samuel King in 2, Luca Capoletto in 3, Luke Magnuson in 4, Thomas Powers Hammond in 5, Aiden Kelly in 6, Jaden Bunn in 7, Garrett Jones in 8, Matt V. Ivanov in 9, Casey Connors in lane 10. Thomas Powers Hammond as the top time coming in, 45.85. Powers Hammond continues to lead the way, followed by Aiden Kelly. They're in lanes 5 and 6. It's Powers Hammond ever slow slightly in the lead, and I think he will outtouch Kelly at the wall, and he does, 46.99. Kelly 47.06, 7/100ths behind. Magnuson takes third. This is our 12th and final heat. Our top overall qualifier comes from this heat. It's Dan McLaughlin from Solo, 45.47. He's in lane number 5. Jacob Russell from GMA in lane 1 had a good conversation with Jake's father, Ben, who could be on a broadcast in the future. Hubert Wong in lane 2. Connor Kerbach in 4. Dan McLaughlin in 5. Gabe Lee in 6. Ethan Makanachi in lane 7, Davis Bonebreak in 8, Andrew Dew in 9, Nathaniel Murray in 10. I was pronouncing Ethan's name wrong. I got a pronunciation from his teammate this morning, and I've already forgot. I think it's McConaughey. So Ethan McConaughey
47.
running in second to McLaughlin right now. McLaughlin in 5, McConaughey in 7. And it is McLaughlin who takes first, 46-38.
Our next event is event 33, the women's 1,800-yard breaststroke. There will be 9 heats. Heat 1.
This is event 33, heat 1, women's 15 to 18, 100 breast. Nina Mako in lane 4, that's the Cape Cod Firefish. Muriel Lubelchek in lane 5, Christine Tang in lane 6.
So we're going to heat 1 in lane 4 for Cape Cod Firefish, Nina Mako. Lane 5 for Executive Muriel Lubitschek. And lane 6 for Bluefish, Christine Tang.
Christine Tang from Bluefish. In a pretty tightly contested race, we'll take first, 112.61. Mako takes second, Lubelchek third.
Heat 2.
Now lane 10 is open. Mary Powers in 1, Angela Parasault in 2, Carly Quinlan in 3, Julia Pelchat in 4, Catherine Henry in 5, Gabriella Kim in 6, Marin Hemmett in 7, Claire Wepler in lane 8, Savannah Lombardi in lane 9. Hemmett, Quinlan, Powers. Separated by 0.6 of a second. Real good battle between Hemmett and Quinlan, lane 7 and 3. Hemmett and Quinlan continue to battle in lane 7 and 3. It looks like it's going to be Hemmett. The wall, and it is 110.92. Wepler takes second, Quinlan third. We'll move into heat number 3. Frankie Dolby owns your top time, 111.10 from Bluefish.
Heat 3 is another one of our A3 performance hot heats.
Do we have an open lane? We do. Lane 9 is open. That was a great underwater in lane 8 by Emma Lent in pullout.
A3 performance.
Her pullout was so strong, I thought lane 8 was empty.
Swimming in lane 1 from Kingfish Ruby.
Allison Roach finds herself in the lead at the halfway mark.
Lane 3 from Crimson, Allison Roach. Lane 4 from
Second and a quarter ahead of her teammate, Mia Burns. Emily Richardson running in third right now from the Storm.
Mia Burns. Lane 8 from United, Emma Lentz. And lane 10 from South Shore, Karis Mann.
Roach will win this one going away in lane 3, 109.16 for Roach. Dolby takes second, Richardson third.
Roach there, 109.16, our A3 Performance Hot Heat winner. Heat 4.
Anna Hennigan comes into Heat 4 with your top time, 110.56. Well, it doesn't look like Hennigan's here. Looks like lanes 4 and 5 are open. So we'll do a lane reset for you. Arden Trudeau in lane 1, Maggie Holland in 2, Sophie Zenkin in 3. 4 and 5 open, Song Wadicus in 6, Nora Herbstuber in 7, Berkeley Hutchins in 8, Amanda Riley in 9, and Bryden Olafson in lane 10. Looks like it's Berkeley Hutchins leading the way at the halfway mark, followed by Herbstuber and Holland. Looks as though Nora Herbstuber has now moved into first in lane 7 with about 3 yards to go, and it will be Herbstuber. 109.76. Hutchins second, Holland third. As we move into heat number 5. Maxine Cardenas in lane 1, Therese Sanzone in 2, Ella Bosselman in 3, Eleanor Sosker in lane 4, Michelle Lee in 5, Isabella Gherkin in lane 6. Lane 7 is open. Aratina Zhang in 8, Flannery Miller in 9, and Laura Chabotarev in lane 10. Tightly bunched up at the wall here. Could be Michelle Lee touching first. It is, followed by Maxine Cardenas from Seacoast in lane 2. Isabella Gherkin from Solo in lane 6. But it is Michelle Lee from Charles River now starting to pull ahead, almost at the 75-yard mark. Michelle Lee will be your Heat 5 winner. 110.25. Bosselman takes second, Cardenas third. Izzy Chu in lane 1, Harper Stevenson in 2, Hope Zayafeth in 3, Isabella Smith in lane 4, Alexa Lundell in 5, Caitlin Archambault in 6, Ula Haller in 7, Allison Farrell in lane 8. This time it's Kylie Herbstuber in lane 9, Isabel Hausman in lane 10. What a strong pull out there in lane 3 by Hope Zayafeth. It's Allison Farrell to the wall first. Actually, it's Lindell. Farrell 2/10 behind. Haller running in second, 4/100ths behind at that wall. Anyone's race here, still tightly bunched. Lanes 5, 7, 8, 9, 6, 4. They'll make the turn for the final 25. It looks as though it's lane 8, Allison Farrell from Gators, who has now pulled ahead. It will be Farrell who takes it. 108.57. Archambault second, Lundell third.
Farrell of lane 8, your hot heat winner. Congratulations.
That was an A3 Performance Hot Heat. The winners of the Hot Heats get a ticket voucher to receive a prize from A3 Performance, ranging from caps to goggles to other little tchotchkes. No suits, though. No free suits. Caitlin Horsch in lane 1. Ruby Groves in lane 2. Emma Vilu in lane 3. Kaylee Stockwell in 4. Sarah Bernard in 5. Avery Lord in 6. Ackerman Valala in 7. Hogan in 8. Lombard 9. Jesse McNeil 10. It's a very special day for someone in lane 3. That's Emma Vilu. It's Emma's 16th birthday today, so her teammates Emily Richardson and Gabriella Rizzuto, I believe it was, came up to me into the booth, wanted me to wish Emma a very happy birthday today. So Emma Vilu from the Storm. I think I'm saying Emma's last name wrong. There was some confusion among Emily and Gabriella as to how to say Emma's last name. So one of us is probably right, but a very happy birthday to Emma today. She is 16. She's swimming in lane 3 from the Storm. Kaylee Stockwell surging out in front, getting pushed by Sarah Bernard at the wall. It will be Bernard out touching Stockwell. Lord comes in third, and the aforementioned Emma Vilo, the birthday girl, takes fourth with a time of 107.02. Once again, happy birthday, Emma. We'll move on to heat number 8. All 10 lanes will be occupied here. Eliza Brown comes in with the top time, 102.64, the 18-year-old from Commonwealth. Keep an eye on Jayla Pina as well in lane 6. She's our only Olympian swimming here today. Swam in the past Olympics for Cape Verde. First time they fielded a swimming entry in the Olympics. Jayla and her brother Troy. And it's Pina and Brown battling it out at the wall. Pina just under 2/10 behind Eliza Brown. A little bit of a contrasting style to both of their breaststrokes. Brown a little more glide. Pina really fast turnover. It will be Eliza Brown who takes it, 103.73. Pina takes second. Hall takes third. So Eliza Brown clocks in with our fastest time this morning, 103.76. This is our final heat, number 9 on the girls' side. Claire Neely in lane 1, Sadie Brown in 2, Gabriella Rizzuto in lane 3, Savina Villani in 4, Ella Derby in 5, Alden White in 7, Mila Vuoltinaho in lane 10. So lane 6, 8, and 9 are open. Ella Derby owns the top time coming in. Gabriella Rizzuto from the Storm. As I mentioned, got to meet her and Emily Richardson earlier. They couldn't have been more excited to tell me about their teammate Emma's birthday. It's her Sweet 16 today. What better way to spend your birthday than at a swim meet? And especially an age group championship swim meet. If there is a piece of birthday cake floating around here tonight, I would love for one to be sent up to the broadcast booth. That would be fantastic. I don't need birthday cake, but I'll certainly eat it as Ella Derby will take this one. 105.10 for Derby. White takes second. Villani takes third.
105, one there for Derby. Our next event is event 34, men's 1800
We'll move into the men's 100 breast. Moving along quickly here. We got one more individual, actually two more individual events. I forgot about the 1,000. Actually, not even the 1,000, the mile. I forgot about the mile. Yeah, so it's a good thing we're cruising along because we're going to need it. What time did they say this session was scheduled to end? 11:22, not a chance. Not a chance as we move into event 34, heat 1. Girat Sangthong in lane 4, Thomas Epic in lane 5. That's Ryan Kornacki in lane 6. Top time coming in belongs to Epic from the Wayland Community Pool. 112.29.
B final, Nicholas Andrews, Thomas Denton, Dylan Bradshaw, Barrera, Bradley Waters, Casey Connors, and Casey Laliberette. Swimming the C final now, Henry Campbell, Jake Thomas,
Epic at the halfway mark, followed by Sangthong and Kornacki.
Andrew Liu, Oliver York, Matt Walden, Evan Lyons.
Tightly bunched. A second separates the top three. Epic takes it. Kornacki moves into second. Sangthong takes third. Epic goes a 109.25. That's a 3-second time drop. So nice swim for Thomas as we move into heat 2. Lanes 1 and 10 are open. Duke Garvin in lane 2. Brendan Collins in 3. Abel Haller in 4. Samuel King in 5. Addie Cole in lane 6. Jaden Clayton in lane 7. Tigran Danagulian in 8, and Aiden Curtin in lane 9.
So they're choosing from A3. Lane 2 for Crimson, Duke Garvin. In lanes 3 and 4, his teammates, Brendan Collins and Abel Haller. Lane 5 from United, Samuel King. Lane 6 from Gator, Aditya Kula. Lane 7 from Kingfish, Jaden Clayton. Lane 8 from Charles River, Tigran Danagulian. And lane 9 from North Shore, Aiden Curtin.
Clayton will take first. That's Jaden Clayton from Kingfish. Brendan Collins will take second. Addie Cole takes third.
Heat 3.
Moving into heat number 3. Maximilian Wood in lane 1, Henley Chen in 2, Derek McIntyre in 3, Nikita Ostapenko in lane 4, Leo Ferrucci in 5, Nathaniel Derby in 6, Sebastian Gallo in 7, Callum McDonald in 8, Preston Dice in lane 9, and in lane 10 it's Pierce Broush. Top time coming in belongs to Leo Ferrucci from Phoenix, 104.28.
Swimming our third heat in lane 1, Maximilian Wood. Lane 2, Henley Chen. Lane 3, Derek McIntyre.
McIntyre leading the way, followed by Ostapenko and Derby. 7/10 separate our top 3 swimmers.
Sebastian Gallo. Lane 8, Callum McDonald.
McIntyre was out in a 29.02.
Lane 10, Pierce Bosch.
In lane 3, he's in a fierce battle with Ostapenko. Who's going to touch first? And it is Ostapenko, followed by McIntyre and Derby. Nikita Ostapenko, your Heat 3 winner. We'll move into Heat 4. Seems like these breaststroke heats are moving quickly. Theo Tran in lane 1, Ryan Cam in 2, Andrew Du in 3, Vance Petrossi in lane 4, Benjamin Terentiev in lane 5, Daniel Nee in 6, Dylan Fung in 7, Hugo Beeson in lane 8, Andrew Kelly in 9, and Elliot Morse in lane 10.
Ryan Cam. Lane 3 from Crimson, Andrew Du. Lane 5 from United, Vance Petrosi. Lane 5 from Bluefins, Benjamin Terentiev.
At the 50, it's Andrew Du out in a 29.75. Look at this battle between Du, Fung, and Petrossi, 3/100ths. Separate our top 3 swimmers in lanes 3, 7, and 4, respectively. Anyone's race here at the 75-yard mark. Looks like Dylan Fung from Executive has surged ahead, but maybe not. It could be Terentiev, and it is Terentiev who takes it, out-touching Fung. Beeson takes third. At the halfway mark, it's Herzlinger followed by Lee and Lee. So it's Benjamin Lee and Austin Lee, second and third. Gabriel Herzlinger occupying first right now. What a race there. It was Benjamin Lee who takes it. Herzlinger takes second, DePaulo third.
Congratulations. We have a coach from Edge to the announcer's table, a coach from Edge to the announcer's table. Heat 6.
Heat 6 in the water. It's Matthew Tomamichael in lane 5 with the top time coming into Heat 6, 102.27 for Tomamichael.
Second alternate, Caitlin Horsch. First alternate, Isabel Hausman.
Swimming in your C final, Ula Haler, Isabel Lombard, Michelle Lee, Samantha McClintock, Kylie Herbstruber, Alexa Lundell, Caitlin Archambault, Maeve Hogan, Nora Herbstruber, and Jessie McNeil. Swimming in your B final, Allison Roche, Allison Farrell, Charlotte Hoover, Elle Anthony, Gabriella Rizzuto, Claire Neely, Laura Doobie, Ruby Groves, Gia Ackerman-Valala, and Emma Villieux. Swimming in your A final, Kelsey Detour, Emma Hall, Avery Lord, Kaylee Stockwell, Sabina Villani, Sarah Bernard, Alden White, Jayla Pina, Ella Derby, and your top seed from Commonwealth, time of 103.73, Eliza Brown.
So Andrew Nath takes it from Cape Cod, Johan Zhang in second, Declan McDonald third. I wanted to make sure you heard those finalists for the 100 breast on the women's side. As we move into Heat 7. No yawning from my partner, Elisa Pelchat, who's done a fantastic job with me here this weekend. Certainly appreciate her time, has been with me multiple sessions. Lane 1 is open. William McClelland in lane 2. Damian Figuet Kosarev in lane 3. Caleb Del Rosario in lane 4. Kevin Jiang in 5. Ethan McConaughey in lane 6. Jake Thomas in 7. John Fernandez in 8. Jeffrey Kong in 9. And it's Melson Javen Aquilano in lane 10. And, of course, it's McConaughey, who I can't say Ethan's name right. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, leading the way, followed by Jiang and Figuet Kosarev. By 4/100ths of a second, Damian Figuet Kosarev made a 200 breast NCSA cut yesterday by 4/100ths of a second. Kevin Jiang leading the way, 58.89. McConaughey second. Figuet Kosarev third. Reed Nussbaum in lane 1, Daniel Chan in 2, Henry Bocconi Schur in lane 3, Quinn Caputo in 4, Zachary Bubanovic in lane 5, Christopher Smith in lane 6, Rowan Biles in 7, Nicholas Andrews in 8, Nathaniel Murray in 9, and Paul Shen in lane number 10. Very cryptic message there by the PA announcer looking for the coach of the Edge. Come find me and I'll send you where you're wanted. Zach Bubanovic continues to lead the way. We saw him yesterday rocking it in the 200 breast. Doing the same thing today in the 100. Came in with a 56.76. 57.44 Bubanovic. Biles takes second, Shen third, and that'll take us to our final heat of the 100 breast on the men's side. Heat 9 of 9. Brian Zapata in lane 1, Yuval Yorav in lane 2, Luke Austin in 3, Andy Way in 4, John Butera in 5, David Topi in lane 6, Carrick Shea in lane 7, Nicholas Austin in 8, Noam Reinhorn in lane 9, and it's Nicholas Fournier from Greenwood in lane 10. It's John Butera in lane 5. Surging out in front in the early lead, halfway mark, 27.44 Butera, followed by his teammate Andy Way and David Topi from Phoenix. Butera now building a little bit of a lead on Way in lane 4. It's Nick Austin surging in lane 8. Yuval Yorav in lane 2 also making a move here, but it will be John Butera. Austin takes second, Wade takes third as we move into event 35. The 2 butterfly.
Our next event is event 35, women's 15-18 junior butterfly. As a note, at the conclusion of this event, there will be a swim-off for the women's 20-yard backstroke before the men's 2 fly. There will be 7 heats of this event. Heat 1.
Riley Plant giving my friend April Parasol a hard time up here in the stands. She's about 20, 25 feet away from me having a spirited conversation with Jamie Walden from Bluefish, and I can hear April with my headphones on a little bit. Flannery Miller in lane 4. Danielle Coble in lane 5. Riley Plant in lane 6. Coble comes in with the top time, 2:22.10. Oh, okay, Joe Monte. Joe Monte, I need to know who you are, Joe, because you are Joe on the spot with the name pronunciations. You've been feeding me some really good information this weekend. McConaughey. Okay, so Ethan McConaughey. I'm almost there. Not Chi. Ethan McConaughey. I'm writing that down so I have it for tonight because he will be in finals. So, he. There we go. I know. I have a short name. It's pretty easy, but it still gets butchered, so I'm well aware of names getting butchered. Joe Monte, 16. Appreciate the help, my friend. Ethan McConaughey. Oh, Ethan's going to be so happy when he watches this meet back and he says, gosh, that guy finally got my name right in the final session on the last day. No disrespect to Ethan, a fantastic swimmer for Crimson. Had the pleasure of watching him swim at seniors earlier this year in December or late last year. Now here at Age Group Championships. Riley Plant leading the way at the 150 mark, 142.21. Coble and Miller, the Kingfish teammates, they're right behind her. Danielle Coble will take it. 221.67. Plant takes second. Miller takes third. Once again, folks, I'm going to tee you all up. There's over 150 of you still on the stream. I don't know if there will be 150 when we get to the mile, but we'll do a little session that we did during the 11 to 14 age groups. If you have any questions whatsoever, ask me anything. Throw it in the live chat. If you have any questions, we'll try and have some fun. There's I think there's 45 minutes of heats for the mile. I am not going to give you a play-by-play of every turn, underwater, and bilateral breathing update that you need. So even for the finals, correct. Zoe Holmes is in lane 3, Ella Bosselman in 4, Maeve Hogan in 5, Margaret Addie Berglund in lane 6. It's Angela Parasolt in lane 7, Noelle San Marco in 8, Megan Huntley in 9. Both Parasolt and Huntley competed also yesterday at the Rhode Island State Championships. Parasolt for North Kingstown High School, Megan Huntley for East Greenwich High School. They both had a great Rhode Island State meet. I'm sure for all these club swimmers that also swim high school, yesterday was a big sigh of relief. Now that the season is over, they go back to maybe 1 or 2 practices a day instead of 2 to 3 practices a day, which anybody who has a child that swims high school and club, you know what I'm talking about. Situation in Massachusetts, a little tougher than Rhode Island. In Massachusetts, you cannot miss a MIAA sanctioned practice for your high school for a club practice. In Rhode Island, it's a little bit different. The rules are much more relaxed. So for those of us with Massachusetts high school swimmers, you feel my pain. Angela Parasolt at the 150-yard mark, leading the way over Holmes and San Marco. Oh, Joe Monte, you're making me look bad. Joe says, I didn't know how to pronounce it either. His teammate posted the pronunciation in yesterday's chat. So basically that's like a backhanded way of saying, hey, Jeremy, thanks for paying attention. It was in the chat. What are you doing? Joe, I'm only kidding with you, my friend. I appreciate the help that you give. And it will be Parasolt in lane 7, taking it 2:14.84. She came in with a 2:19, so that's a 5-second drop for Parasolt. Noelle San Marco takes second, Zoe Holmes third, Huntley fourth as we move into Heat 3. Kira Thompson in lane 1, Finn Bergquist in 2, Mila Vuoltinaho in lane 3, Addison McDonald in 4, Audi Lynn in 5, Amelia Howe in 6. All right, so we got some open lanes all of a sudden. 7 is open. Caitlin Lacey is in 8. Christine Tang is in 10. So lanes 3, 7, and 9 are open. Joe, I'm only kidding with you. I know there was no disrespect. I appreciate, you know, this is multitasking at its finest. If I didn't have Elisa, I would be lost without someone, because this job is all about multitasking. I got computers going, sound mixers, video switchers. I got all sorts of data on the computer, which I'm trying to relay to you in a quick way. So I fancy myself a pretty good multitasker. That that has its limits, though. Amelia Howe leading the way at the halfway mark. 101.73 for Howe. Lacey second, Thompson third. So whenever I get help from people like Elisa and from people like Joe Monty 16 out in the live chat with anything, it's certainly great for me to be able to relay that information out to the audience. Sit. Amelia Howe takes it, 136.80. Nope, she doesn't take it because it's not over. I haven't done that all weekend. She's got 50 to go, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say when we get to the 200-yard mark, it will be North Shore Swim Club's Amelia Howe who will be in first. It's Caitlin Lacey in lane 8, her closest competitor. So it is Howe who takes it, 2:13.09. Lacey takes second. Addison McDonald from Bluefish will take third.
2:13.09 there for Howe, our top time so far with 4 heats remaining.
Here comes the birthday girl, Emma Villot in lane 7. Nope, it's not. No, she's in heat 5, sorry. She's coming up. This is heat 4. I crossed off the wrong heat. Allison Brenner in lane 1, Riley Nussbaum in 2, Izzy Chu in 3, Peyton Knightley in 4, Jennifer McGrail in 5, Frankie Dolby in 6, Megan Lathrop in 7, lane 8 open, Mia Burns in 9, Georgia Cobb in lane 10. This is heat number 4 of 7. This is a A3 Performance hot heat, so the winner of this heat will get a ticket to go to the A3 Performance table and pick out a freebie, whether it's cap, goggles, something else. My daughter just happened yesterday to win a hot heat and got a nice pair of A3 Performance goggles.
Lane 3 from Bluefish, Izzy Chu. Lane 4 from Crimson, Peyton Knightley. Lane 5 from Charles River, Jennifer McGrail.
Looks like Riley Nussbaum from the Weymouth Waves will be leading at the halfway mark, and yes, it is by 5/100ths over Allison Brenner. Jennifer McGrail running in third from Charles River Aquatics. Really tight race, middle of the pool, lanes 4, 5, and 6. 1, 4, 5, and 6. But it's Allison Brenner who will take the top spot once she turns 150-yard mark. Brenner at a 136.17, followed by Knightley and Dolby. So we're shaping up for an exciting final 25 yards here. Allison Brenner, Peyton Knightley battling it out, lanes 1 and 4 respectively. Looks like it's Knightley now who has surged ahead ever so slightly. And it will be Knightley, 2:11.04. Brenner takes second, Dolby third. Now we will see the birthday girl, Emma Villot, in lane 7. I know I'm still saying that name wrong. And Emily even said to me, "Oh, it's French. How are you saying it?" And I said, "Well, I'm saying Villot, because that's sounding French." So Emma Villot in lane 7. Rebecca Siegel in 1, Claire Neely in 2, Claire Mosher in 3, Cambria Jewett in 5, Dana Lee in Cambria Jewett's in 4, Dana Lee is in 5, Eliza Brown in 6, the birthday girl Emma Villot in lane 7, Jelena Plucha in 8, Jacqueline Story in 9, Alexandra Strand in 10. Happy birthday. No, I'm not going to sing. I was going to sing to Emma, but that would be way too embarrassing. I'm sure her friends would get a good kick out of it, as Cambria Jewett leads the way at the 50, followed by Brown and Neely. Eliza Brown has moved into the leading spot, followed by Dana Lee. Cambria Jewett drops down to third. Our top 3 swimmers separated only by a half a second. Eliza Brown still almost holding on to that top spot. It's Dana Lee right now by 5/100th. So the Commonwealth teammates in lanes 5 and 6 are battling. Dana Lee in 5, Eliza Brown in lane 6. They're almost stroke for stroke. Looks like Brown has taken over the lead ever so slightly, but this will be a photo finish, folks. Dana Lee in 5, Eliza Brown in 6. Now it's Dana Lee who surges ahead at the flags and into the wall. It looks like it will be Dana Lee. 2:06.28 for Lee, 2:06.87 for Brown. Cambria Jewett takes third. Our birthday girl, Emma Villot, takes fourth. So for the last time, happy birthday, Emma. We'll move into heat number 6. Yeah, Emma will be in finals tonight, so I'll have more birthday. But it's a good chance I'll have birthday cake, too. So that would be. And I might sing. If I get birthday cake tonight, I'll sing. So that means I probably won't get birthday cake. Laura Lee Folger in lane 1. Katie Chipetta in 2. Victoria Novinsky in lane 3. Megan Nelson in 4. Amanda Whitkiss in 5. Claire Bodner in 6. Ruby Groves in 7. Lane 8 open. Fiona Wang in 9. Lane 10 is open as well. Amanda Whitkiss out to the strong start, followed by Bodner and Groves. Groves had a great day yesterday as well at the Rhode Island Interscholastic League State Championships, coming in second in the 2IM, second in the 100 breast. Just missing an NCSA cut time in that 2IM. Amanda Whitkiss from Greenwood, your leader. She'll be heading to the University of Miami in the fall. Should be a hurricane swimmer at the U. Donning the green, orange, and white. I love those colors together. Amanda Whitkiss continues to power through. She will be your Heat 6 winner. Well, she will be when the race ends. Wow, I am struggling right now. I'm going through You know, we've had so many 100s. Now that we're in a 200, my brain seems to have not been able to process that fact. You know, however, my mistakes have not been costly because Whitkiss is going to win this 200 fly. Clara Bodnar will take second. Victoria Novinsky takes third from executive. There are your results. Ruby Groves takes fourth, 207.15. 3/100th drop for her. Our final heat on the women's side of the two fly. Then we have 7 on the men's. The bright side. Braylon Wilson in lane 1, Anya Rao in lane 2, Abigail Topfer in 3, Clara Renner in lane 4, Natalie Mannion in 5, Chloe Song in 6, Caroline Cavalier in lane 7, Ayana Faulkner in lane 8, Caitlin Patt in 9, and Meredith Teague in lane 10. It's Mannion and Renner out in front. Renner by 3/100ths at the initial wall, but it's Mannion who has now pulled ahead. Mannion comes in the only sub 2-minute time, 1:56.76. Clara Renner sticking right with her, though. Mannion at the halfway mark has turned a 3/100ths deficit into a 0.6 of a second lead over Renner. Caroline Cavalier from Solo Aquatics running in third right now. Mannion building that lead over 3 1/4 seconds. Cavalier still in third. Topfer still in fourth. And Wilson remains in fifth, so no change at the top, as it will be Natalie Mannion securing victory in heat number 7, most likely on her way to being the top overall qualifier for tonight's finals with a time of 2:01.87. And she does. Renner takes second, Cavalier third.
Ladies, please clear the pool. Our next event is a swim-off.
All right, here's the swim-off. This should be a good one.
From Charles River, Naomi Bolcombe, and in lane 6 from
Gator, Courtney Bogosian.
So Naomi Bogholm in lane 5 from Charles River. Courtney Bogosian in lane 6 from Gators. This is the 200 back swim-off. This is an impromptu event, so we won't have names on the screen. Good luck to both swimmers. They're fighting for that last spot in the C final for the 200 back. It's again Naomi Bogholm in lane 5, Courtney Bogosian in lane 6. And it's Bogholm who has built up an early lead, a little over a second. Bogholm has now extended that lead to a full body length at the 100-yard mark.
Bogosian at the 100 mark. 50.90.
I expect Bogosian to make a little bit of a surge here in the second half. It is Naomi Bolgolm, though. She was out in a 59.96. Bogosian was a second and a half behind. They're coming in at the 150-yard mark, and Bolgolm continues to build that lead up. Going into the final 50, Bolgolm has built up a greater than 2.5 second lead. So it will be Naomi Bolgolm defeating Courtney Bogosian in the swim-off.
2:07:04 for Bolgolm. A great performance. Congratulations, ladies. Our next event is event 36, the men's 15-18 200-yard butterfly. There will be 7 heats. Heat 1.
This will be event 36, heat 1 of the men's 15-18 200 fly.
Swimming 4 from Crimson, Nicholas Zavera. Lane 5 from Storm, Preston Dice. Lane 6 from Executive, James LeMahieu.
Nicholas Zerver in lane 4, Preston Dice in lane 5, James LeMahieu in lane 6. James LeMahieu leading the way, followed by Zerver and Dice. LeMahieu continuing to lead the way, 131.24.
Results for event 35, women's 15-18 200-yard butterfly are as follows. Second alternate, Riley Nussbaum. First alternate, Caitlin Katz. Swimming in your C final, Meredith T, Jillian Perucha, Katie G. Pieta, Jennifer McGrail,
Chloe Song, Braylon Wilson, Rebecca Siegel, Georgia Cobb, Amelia Howe, Fiona Wang. Swimming in your B final, Frankie Dolby, Jacqueline Story, Allison Brenner, Abigail Topfer, Peyton Knightley, Lorelei Folger, Claire Neely, Claire Mosher, Megan Nelson, and Emma Villiers. Heat 2.
This will be heat number 2 of 7. Lanes 1 and 10 open. Campbell Hall in 2, Charles Reamer in 3. Oh, here's the A final.
Caroline Cavalier, Ruby Groves, Eliza Brown, Victoria Novinsky, Dana Lee, Clara Renner, Clara Bodnar, Amanda Whitkiss. In your top seeding time of 2:01.87 from Commonwealth, Natalie Mannion.
Campbell Hall in lane 2, Charles Reamer in 3, Jacob Antonovich in 4, Zach De Silva Grandin in 5, Daniel Corey in 6, Stepan Ignatiev in 7. It's Luke Gagnon in 8, Gabriel Herzlinger in lane 9. So again, lanes 1 and lanes 10 are open. Zach De Silva Grandin comes in with the top time, 2:07.42. Gagnon leading the way, followed by Antonovich and De Silva Grandin, second and a half behind the pace. You know, David Saplozhnikov checking in. He was with me last night during the final session, did a great job in providing some analysis. Always good to hear from our top and really any swimmer. David, of course, second in high point at the 11 to 14 age group championship. So David, no basketball game, but I did finally get in touch with the WPI network folks. So we worked through a few things. We'll work through a few things after this session. Antonovich takes first, Gagnon second, Corey third. Leandro Balon in lane 1, Alex Lopes in 2, Damian Figuet Kosarev in 3, Gary Podstrelov in 4, Preston Amos in 5, Jordan Moad in 6, Zach Prue in 7, Curtis Johnson in lane 8, Alex Zhu in 9, and Ara Parsegian in lane number 10. Preston Amos has the top time coming in, 2:04.73. It is Alex Lopes, though, out in front in lane 2. Alex Zhu in lane 9, running 1/100th behind. So good start by Lopes and Zhu in lanes 2 and 9. It is Alex Zhu, though, who has taken over the lead at the halfway mark, followed by Lopes and Moad. Moad starting to make a move in lane 6 on Lopes. Araparsegian in third right now in lane 10, so he's not out of the mix either. Alex Zhu continues to lead the way. Jordan Moad has now moved into second. Lopes falls to third, a little over 2.5 seconds behind. Can Moad catch Zhu? Moad is making a very late surge here. And it will be Moad who comes from behind, takes Zhu, 159.56. Great swim by Moad there in come from behind fashion. He was third place all the way through the halfway mark, surged into second at the 150 and will be your Heat 3 winner, 159.56. Zhu takes second, Lopes took third. As we move into Heat number 4. Callum McDonald in lane 1. Nick Kavik in 2. Griffin Picard in 3. Jeffrey Kong in lane 4. Daniel Nee in 5. Matthias Levi in 6. Ryan Cam in 7. Samuel Kaplan in lane 8. Andrew Kelly in lane 9. And in lane 10 from Crimson, it's Henry Campbell.
Alexandra Hemov and Caitlin Lacey. Moving up into your B final, Morgan Mons and Anna Zelino. Moving up into your C final, Courtney Bogosian, Irene Yang, and Sabina Villani. First alternate, Alexa Lundell, and second alternate, Addison Abreu.
Callum McDonald leading the way, followed by Henry Campbell and Nick Kavik. McDonald 58.01 at the 100-yard mark.
Event 33, women's 1600-yard breaststroke is now closed. There were 3 scratches. Moving into your B final, Nora Robshuber and Mae Hogan. Moving into your C
It is
final,
Campbell.
Isabella Hausman, Caitlin Horsch, Berkeley Hutchinson. Your second alternate, Maren Hemmett. Your first alternate, Kryzen Cardenas.
Campbell, Cam, and Kelly, there's your order. All Crimson at the top for Heat 4 as we move into Heat number 5. Scott Kessel in lane 1, Henry Bacone Shore in 2, Patrick O'Connor in 3, Melson Javen Aquilano in 4, Hubert Wong in lane 5, Ryan McFadden in lane 6, Quinn Caputo in lane 7, Jack Marin in 8, Thomas DiPaolo in 9, Luke Austin in 10. The halfway mark, it's Wong leading the way, 54.93, followed by Aquilano and McFadden. Wong, Aquilano, and McFadden continue to be your 3 leaders heading into the final 25 here. It will be Hubert Wong from Commonwealth. Came in with a 151.99. 153.55 for Wong. Aquilano takes second, McFadden third.
Top time with 2 heats remaining. Heat 6.
Quinn Schwab in lane A1. Matt Vievanoff in 2. Jonathan Bird in 3. Reed Nussbaum in 4. Davis Bonebreak in 5. Theodore Morse in 6. Mateo Smith in lane 7. Luke Jaguar in 8. Matt Walden in 9. Harry Fang in lane 10. Davis Bonebreak comes in with the top time of 150.54. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all tightly bunched. Was Mateo Smith touching first in a 25-13 in lane 7 from Gators. Looks as though Mateo Smith and Davis Bonebreak, and it is Smith still holding the lead ever so slightly, 17/100ths over Morse, 2/10 over Bonebreak. Nussbaum less than a second off the pace as well. But Bonebreak now surges ahead in lane 5. So it was the underwater at the 125-yard mark that propelled Bonebreak into the lead. He's followed by Morse, 8/10 behind. Smith has dropped to third, a little over a second behind, heading into the final 25. It will be Davis Bonebreak. No one will be catching him. Came in with a 150.54. Morse takes second. Smith takes third. And we will move into our final heat of the men's 200 fly. There are your lane assignments. Thomas Hagar has the top time coming in. 148.90 for Hagar. We mentioned earlier he is committed to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Always a victor over the Clemson Tigers typically whenever they battle in football. Clemson, always the bridesmaid, usually never the bride. I am giving my partner a hard time. She is a Clemson Tiger alumni. Jenny Eady is probably sitting out there shaking her head on this commentary as well. And then whenever I do give a little non-Clemson talk, I get Roger Williams University, when have they won anything, thrown back at me. So whenever I can sneak in a little Clemson jab, Thomas Hagar will be battling against the Tigers in the fall. And he's in a tight one here. Aiden Melvey in lane 4, Timothy Andrews in lane 6. Yeah, that was a bad one. I messed up there. SEC and ACC, I know. You know, I'm one, and I'm sure you can appreciate this. Like when I think of the Big East, I think of the Big East as it was when I was back in the day. The Big East when it really was the Big East. Georgetown, St. John, Syracuse, Villanova, UConn, Providence. Thomas Hagar takes it 152.23. Malvey takes second. Andrews third. Somebody got a cut because there's some good cheering in front of me. So that was Aiden Malvey from Kingfish with his 154.36. That's an NCSA cut. Friends and family sitting in front of us here at the broadcast booth. So congratulations to Malvey. So this is not Jeopardy. It's the 1650. Nobody in lanes 1, 2, 3, and 10. No, this is all. All right, so I don't know if what we have. No, it is. There's Raymond in lane 9 from Seacoast. So swimming in lane 2, we don't have that. It's Savannah Lombardi from Gators. So she'll be the only female swimmer in this heat. So lane 2 at the bottom of your screen, that's Savannah Lombardi from Gators. Yeah, Lombardi was scheduled to swim in Heat 3 all by herself. That would be silly. Right.
Swimming in lane 2 from Gators,
Savannah Lombardi. In lane 4 from Greenwood, Nicholas Windham. Lane 6 from North Shore, Daniel Vonner. Lane 7 from Gator, Ryan Cornici. Lane 8 from Rhode Island, Zachary Zabo. And in lane 9 from Seacoast, Christopher Raymond.
So poor Savannah Lombardi, we don't have any graphics for her because she was supposed to be in a different heat. They added her in, so she will be the nondescript. Lane 2 on your screen. We're into the mile, 1650. A lot of time to pass. Went to another nice food stop yesterday for lunch.
Fuel coaches heat sheets for
called Fuel America. It's over near the DCU Center. So if you're looking for a spot for some quick sandwiches, smoothies, try Fuel America. I'd also ask any of the 115 or so people left. Let's try and keep this one engaging for the time. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me, certainly pop them into the live chat. I would say someone should just ask me a question so I don't continue to bug. Of course, our 15 to 18 age group championships are brought to you in part by A3 Performance. Check them out at a3performance.com. Use the code FAST10 and get 10% off of your order. That code will be through this weekend and the upcoming week. Once again, that's a3performance.com. Christopher Raymond from Seacoast leads the way in lane 9 at the top of your screen. That's Zach Zabo in second, Dan Bonner in third, Ryan Kornacki in fourth, Wyndham in fifth. Of course, Savannah Lombardi also swimming in lane number 2. Who's got a question for me? Someone must have some sort of question. Get it into the live stream or the live chat. No Guinness, St. Patty's Day coming up. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh, look at Cindy LaCroix. Jeremy, do you prefer chocolate? Oh, vanilla all day, Cindy, but you don't. What? Listen, leave my stomach alone as my partner continues to harass me Cindy, that is super nice of you. I mean, I was partially kidding about the birthday cake. Partially. Because I mean, who can turn down birthday cake? But Cindy, if you are bringing a birthday cake to the pool and you wanted to send a piece of vanilla, but it's whatever the birthday girl wants. I'm sure Emma and I both have the same tastes as far as cake because I don't dislike anything. Maybe red velvet, not my favorite. Red velvet. Red velvet, not my favorite. Chocolate, vanilla, you name it. That's too nice of you, Cindy. But you did break the ice by asking the first question. So I certainly appreciate it. Joe Monty says, did you play any sports in high school, college? Yes, I played baseball and basketball. Went to St. Raphael Academy in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Then went to Roger Williams University in Bristol, Rhode Island. Many years ago, Joe. Many years ago. It feels like college and high school were decades ago, which they were. Christopher Raymond still leading the way. Zach Zabo in second. Kornacki third. Vonner has dropped down into fourth. Cindy, you're right. There is no joking when it comes to birthday cake. Birthday cake is something that should be taken very seriously by everyone. My partner is a big birthday cake fan, having just celebrated her birthday last weekend. She was here with me. I didn't forget. I didn't even know. If I had remembered it was my partner's birthday, and when I say my partner up in the booth, my wife is actually here with our daughter today. She was timing for a little bit, but my partner in the booth, if I had known it was her birthday or remembered it was last weekend here at WPI, I would have brought candles. I probably would have sang in the stands and made a big spectacle. Just like Elisa wouldn't have wanted. Yeah, well, she can still access the live stream pretty easily wherever she is, so. So keep the questions coming. Cindy LaCroix, Joe Monty, appreciate those questions. Somebody else, there's 100 people out there. Someone must have some sort of question they'd like to ask me. Ask me anything. I think the young kids call it an AMA. Ask me anything. They have these sections, I don't know, threads on Reddit where like maybe an athlete or a musician will go on and they'll do an AMA, and it's Ask Me Anything. So it's actually pretty neat. I've seen some athletes do it. Pretty cool. You can find out some pretty interesting stuff about their background and stuff. And people listen. People ask any question.
There seemed to be an interview going on with the basketball player and the coach in the room over there.
Oh, really? Yeah. So WPI doing a fantastic job in the NUMAX. I don't know what's going on there. D3, they have an outstanding team this year. My friend and fellow play-by-play announcer George Bannister is the voice of the WPI Engineers. Got to see George yesterday. He was just above me broadcasting the WPI men's basketball game, live streaming, while I was doing the swim meet downstairs. Oh, hold on, Sandra Smith. Are you talking about Kathleen? Is it Kathleen's birthday today? Is it Kathleen Yu's birthday today? No? Sandra, what are you talking about? Fill me in. So I know I'll have time for this tonight, but once again, wanted to thank WPI, all of their swim staff, all of their staff in general, for hosting these 15 to 18 age group championships. Again, this is the first time, yesterday was, where spectators have been allowed inside their facilities in almost 2 years. So WPI being a very gracious host. Paul Bennett, the head men's coach, who is my point of contact here, has been very accommodating to me and everyone here. So thank you to Paul and his staff, Mark Wild, Spencer, Adriana, Robert, Meredith, Rusty and Alex in the sports information department. Certainly appreciate both of them as well. Zach Zabo has moved into first, 5/100ths ahead of Raymond at the 900-yard mark. Ryan Kornacki in third, Daniel Vonner in fourth. So, Sandra, you can't say, what about, are you talking about Kathleen in the live chat and then not follow up? So, what do you mean by that comment? I don't believe today is Kathleen Hughes' birthday. I don't think so. I don't know if that's the Kathleen who you're referring to. Yes, I will be joined by Kathleen's husband, Tim Groves, tonight. So he can confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I believe I did remember when it was Kathleen's birthday. So Kristen Cartwright sends me a message. New England Swimming has posted their long course calendar this weekend. So if you go to anyswim.com, you can see the long course schedule. It has been posted. We look forward to long course. I've never broadcasted a long course meet. So, you know, yep, I broadcasted at Brown. Long course meet, a little different, but not really much difference. We will still have probably 3 cameras. A camera at the start finish, a camera down at the far end of the pool, and a camera to cover the middle section. I am looking forward to long course season. I did speak with Peter from Crimson yesterday. They're interested in having me do a couple of meets in April and May. So looking forward to that as well. I think they were 10 and under meets, and I love those meets. My daughter Avery is 10. Was fortunate to broadcast the 10 and under championships for New England Swimming down at the University of Rhode Island a few weeks ago. We have a quiet crowd out on the live stream. Sandra's just going to leave us hanging here, Lisa. Well, we may never know. We may never know about the cryptic message. Are you talking about Kathleen? Sandra Smith is, of course, the mom of Mateo Smith, one of the Gator standouts, also a standout at Wheeler School in Providence, Rhode Island. No, Tammy is watching from Worcester, but painting trim right now instead of being in person. My 14-year-old is watching while doing homework. And see, this is the value of the live stream, Tammy. Instead of sitting in a pool, I don't want to say wasting 4 hours, because certainly any time watching your children is not wasted. But if you can watch them eat, see them swim, and paint trim, what's better than that? Painting trim, that's a tough one. I'm not a big painter. You got to have a nice steady hand for that trim. A good tape job, a good paintbrush, and a steady hand. So, Tammy, thank you for taking the time, joining us and watching us this weekend. We certainly appreciate it. Zach Szabo continues to lead the way, followed by Daniel Vonner and Ryan Kornacki in third right now. Zach Szabo continues to lead the way at the 1,400-yard mark. Dan Vonner running in second, Kornacki third.
There were 2 scratches in the C final, 1 in the first alternates. Swimming in the C
Yes, so Carrie, I would love to sign the banner for Ethan down on the pool deck. I'll figure that out. I don't know where it is. So I would love to sign the banner for Ethan. I'll figure out where it is. I'm looking down on the pool deck now. I don't see it, but I'll find Coach Corey. I see Coach Corey down in the back. I've been running into him here and there. I'd love to sign it. For those of you who don't know, Ethan Tran from Pioneer Valley Aquatics, a 9-year-old swimmer, was recently diagnosed with leukemia, unfortunately. So Ethan's got a little bit of a battle ahead of him. On behalf of New England Swimming, WPI, and really any human being on the planet, we send our thoughts and well wishes over to Ethan. I can't wait to see Ethan back in the pool. I can't wait to broadcast one of his first meets when he gets back. Hopefully I'll be able to have the opportunity to do that. So our thoughts and well wishes are with Ethan and the whole Tran family. I think I can say this pretty comfortably that everyone in New England Swimming is behind Ethan. So please keep us updated on his progress. And Ethan, you got this, buddy. Always hard to go back into talking about swimming when you're talking about that. So excuse me for a quick second. So it is Zach Szabo who takes it 16:54.65. Daniel Vonner takes second. Ryan Kornacki third. I'll take the graphics off. We'll go back to a wide shot here. Lombardi.
Coaches, if you're still here and you want to be nice and you have your relays for the mixed relay, you can turn them in now.
Believe this is Lombardi's final lap. Okay, she may have another 50 coming up. Savannah Lombardi in lane 2 from Gators. So it's Pioneer Valley Aquatic Avengers. Okay.
Again, if you are timing for a time trial, please feel free to make your way on deck.
Tammy. Tammy, I like that comment. No tape, just a steady hand, not for hire. It's a good thing you said not for hire, because I may say, Tammy, you know, we could use some painting. We have some painting, some trim painting that I'm not very good at. So the Pioneer Valley Aquatic Avengers. I always see Corey, have conversations with Corey. When I first saw Corey, I was like, this guy is like a football player. Strikes a very imposing figure, but a great guy. Coach Corey from PVAA. Savannah Lombardi will finish up 19:09.98.
Gentlemen, again, these times can count towards the top three tonight. Swimmers, you may clear the pool as we begin our time trials. Our first time trial.
All right, so
freestyle.
we're going into time trials.
3, backward.
And 4, Carroll. 5, Pelchat. 6, Fredette. 7, Powers Hammond. Swimming a 50 backstroke time trial, lane 9, Hartvet.
I will stay here for time trials a little selfishly because my daughter is actually swimming a time trial. So hopefully you heard the public address announcer with the names for the time trial swimmers. We don't have that data in the system as it's kind of impromptu. .50 free time trial underway.
Great swims. Our next time trial is a mixed 100-yard time trial. Swimming in lane 1 and 2, Olson and Bowman doing backstroke. Lane 4, DiPietro freestyle. 5 and 6, Noble Wepler breaststroke. 7, 8, 9, and 10, Akimov, McDonald, Rentala, Smith, butterfly.
There are your
Heat
lineups and lane assignments for this heat of the time trials. At least we can give you a running scoreboard in the bottom right. Or running timer, I should say. So no names, but those are times. So if you're following your children, you know what lanes they are in. Those are the times.
Our next time trial is a mixed 200 time trial. Swimming freestyle in lane 2, Murray. Swimming breaststroke in lanes 4 and 5, Voltaheno and Taratiev. Swimming butterfly in lane 7, Waters, and in lane 9, swimming an IM, Abreu. Heat 1.
And I believe that will conclude our time trials for the morning.
Our final time
Nope,
trials.
one more.
500 freestyle time trial in lane 5, Noble. In lane 6, Petrarca.
Do we have anyone?
Timers, if you're,
Do
step
we
up.
have anyone out there watching Noble and Petrarca? So are Noble or Petrarca's parents out there? If you're not, we are going to sign off. So Noble actually.
If your lanes are done, you can leave your watches.
And clipboards on the chairs, we will collect them.
So Joe, she was going for the NCSA cut. It's been a very elusive cut for Addison. She needs to drop a little over 4/10 and has been working her butt off over the past couple months, 3 months maybe even. Just unable to get that, so always tough to watch when your daughter has a little disappointment, but she looks in good spirits right now, so that's good. Again, do we have, I don't know who this is, Noble or Petrarca? I'm going to go one more time and wait. It's Noble. So do we have Noble's parents in the live stream? If we do, I will stay for you. If we don't, I am going to sign off. We typically don't broadcast the time trials. So with that, folks, we will be signing off for the morning. We will be back at 4:45 this afternoon for finals, our last final session of the weekend. We hope you'll join us. On behalf of Elisa Pelchat, my daughter, Avery Abreu, who has also helped me out here this morning, I am Jeremy Abreu, looking forward to seeing you all tonight at 4:45. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.